Hello, everyone. My name is Trina.G, and my nickname is Trina. You can just call me Trina. It's not really that important who I am. I'm just here today to share with you my dream that I had last year, and I was so scared after I had this dream. I didn't want to share it with anybody. The only person I told was my mom and my sisters on Christmas morning, and but I feel like the Lord is truly wanting me to go ahead and tell this dream because He gave me the dream for a reason. He wants His children to be ready. He wants His people to be ready for what's the things that are about to come. And so if the Lord give you a dream, share it. Even if you scared, you don't feel like others should know, but if you feel that it's something other people need to know, don't be like I was. Share it with the world because God gave you the dream for a reason. So share it. And I also have a testimony that I want to share with you guys, but I'm not going to share the testimony at this moment because it's really long. It's a long testimony. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the dream, and in a different video I'll tell you my testimony. Okay, so the beginning of this dream was in the night on Christmas last year, 2015. I had a dream that I was at a basketball game, or it was either a basketball game or a football game or a soccer game. I'm not really quite sure what kind of game it was, but I was at this game, and there was a lot of people there. It was thousands of people everywhere, and we were all sitting around and just enjoying the game, clapping, and just the usual. And we looked up, and there was this big old huge ball in the sky, and it was coming down. And we looked up, and we seen it coming, and we was just like, "What in the world is that?" And as it was coming towards us, we were like freaking out. So like, what in the world is like this big ball of fire? Just huge ball. And I just remember seeing it, and I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus, what is this? And everybody had the same expression on their face, like, what in the world is that? Some people were running, and there was some people that was just standing there, just kind of like lost, or kind of, like scared, don't know what to do, you don't know whether to run or to just stand there in amazement or in fear or whatever. But I was just standing there like I guess you can say we was all in shock. So we began to, as I was about to go to a different part of the dream, but as the ball began to fall down to the ground, it was just this big old huge ball, and it was kind of like beautiful, like you see this big ball of fire, you don't want to say, oh, look at that big ball, it's beautiful, but it kind of like had your eyes, it had your full attention when you seen it, because it was just like unreal. It was like unreal. It's like, wow, look at that. It's like it's on fire. This big ball is on fire, but nothing else is on fire around it. Once it hit the ground, it didn't explode right then. But a few minutes, well, not minutes, a few seconds, maybe after it fell, people had enough. I guess they had our attention long enough for us to just stand still and look at it in amazement. And next thing you know, it just exploded. And there were dead bodies everywhere. There was dead bodies, and it's still kind of hard for me to talk about it because the dream, it felt so real. It really felt real. And I just remember my family was with me, and I remember my sister was on the side of me. She was like, oh my goodness, she was like, go get your son, hurry up and go get him. And I remember running to try and go get my son, and then another one was coming, and we all looked up again, another one was coming. And we seen it, and we were just like, oh my goodness, hurry, hurry, hurry. People were running, people were like just going crazy, and people were saying, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Some people were saying Jesus was coming. And I was looking around, and people were all trying to get their families, and then I seen people, body parts everywhere. I seen little kids everywhere being blown into pieces. I mean, it was just a very scary sight. I mean, it was awful. It was horrible. And I wish I would have had the strength to tell this dream a long time ago. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't. It's just too horrible. And there was just people everywhere screaming and screaming, and people were shaking, and people was just like terrified. And we just didn't know what to do. We didn't know what was gonna happen next. We didn't know if we were gonna live or die. I heard people saying, "Oh, run for your life! Run for your life! It's a terrorist attack." We all realized in the dream that it was a terrorist attack, and we were being blown up by other countries, and it wasn't the end of the world. Jesus wasn't coming, but we were under attack. The country was under attack. I should say America was under attack, and yeah, I don't know. Um, I just remember finding my son. I remember a part in this dream where it was like the flames went straight through me. The flames went straight through me, and as the flames went straight through me, I remember like I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel the flames. I remember knowing that it went straight through me, and for whatever reason I didn't burn up. I didn't feel it or nothing, and I just remember, of course it was a dream, so maybe that's why, but I just remember running, and I grabbed my family, and we was just running, 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 trying to find safety, and there's just more more, I don't know if it's balls, like fireballs kept coming. It kind of looked like kind of felt like we was in a movie, but it wasn't a movie. It was real. It was reality, and it was kind of like those what they call those things that come from out of the sky. Those big fireballs that come down and they hit Earth. I think that's what we were all hoping it was. We was hoping that it was it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of the word. But I think you all know what I'm trying to say, what I'm thinking about it was. And so as we were running around and we were trying to find safety, there was like nowhere to hide. These things, these big ball of fire, they just kept coming, kept coming. And we were all like in the dream. I just remember feeling terrified the entire dream. And I just remember running, 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 trying to find safety, trying to maneuver. It was just nowhere for us to hide, nowhere for us to go. And I just remember saying, Lord Jesus, have mercy. What is going on, God? Please help me. Please help us. What is going on? And I just remember hearing children screaming. I remember people were screaming, and I remember it was just so horrible. It was just horrible. And we just I don't really know completely what the dream mean, but I know that it's just a lot of things going on in this country and in this world, period, everywhere. We have to come together and start praying for one another more. We have to start praying and fasting more, and we got to start loving each other more because we need Jesus. We need more prayer. We need strength. We need each other. We have to come together as a family, as a body, as a country. We have to really, really pray because Jesus said, he said these things were going to come to pass. And okay, so I'm gonna share with you the next dream I had. This dream I had on